So initially I came out with this show called Talking Shit. The topics are just to discuss various things that go on in the world, even in the black community, that a lot of people are afraid to talk about. However, because the name of the show wasn't socially acceptable by society standards, I'm changing it to the Talkumentary. That we get in the world today. A lot of the perception is skewed for quote unquote white American. A lot of the time our people they're not really receptive to that. So now I'm kind of the liaison from the hood to the world.
And now, I want to, play in the NBA like anybody else would want to be.
That's the reality of it, though, because you take, none of us are, we can't control what we're born into. We can't control what family, what area, none of that type of stuff over here that we are. But you know what I'm saying? The biggest thing is most of the time what you're influenced by is your surroundings when you're coming up. And so it's like I be saying to people if you take 10 black kids and put them all together and ask them what they want to be when they grow up, you know what I'm saying? They all be say ball player or rapper. Yeah. And then that's it. And half of them are still thinking like the rest of them thinking they ain't gonna say it necessarily, but it's dope deal. You know what I'm saying? So
that's real.
That's it. So that's all you want to influence. You train 10 white kids and you put them in the area and you ask them what they want to be. They're gonna say doctors, lawyers, firemen, police officers, all these different things. Their dynamics, is so much broader.
So is that because a lot of inner city youth, we're not exposed? But you gotta look at it this way though. For a lot of us, dog, athletics is our only way out though. You think some kids can't even go to college unless they got athletics.
It's kind of sad. I think it's a combination of not just because that's what's in the area and they view that as what they can do and it's easier to make it out that way as opposed to going to school, becoming some professional, because a lot of kids don't see themselves actually going to school because that's money and you don't have the money for it in most families. But also past that, it's the respect you get in neighborhoods and inner cities for being the athlete, the man, how they treat you when you're that. So that's how you will be treated. That's what you go, kids go to.
So then that kind of means that, essentially we brainwashing ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because if all we want is what the athlete got, that notoriety, that money, that popularity, you know what I'm saying? Then essentially y'all saying that we are on our own downfall.
Absolutely. Because think about it. It ain't cool to be smart in our schools. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really you ain't really you ain't the man because you're smart. Or you know what I'm saying? You get a good grade.
You can sack him.
But if you the dude, you know what I'm saying? You can score, you can do this and that, you the man. So the dynamic, like you were saying, the dynamics of it is you put on the pedestal, so to speak, because that same kid who don't have to, and me myself, I've been in that position. I didn't have to go to class all the time. You know what I'm saying?
You don't though.
I had to go to class.
They do show niggas love, though.
I skipped school a lot. Nobody would know. You know what I'm saying? I was smart enough to do the work. Just ain't care about it.
Certain kids still have that defeatist mentality though. They feel like if I know my family don't have the means to get me out of this situation as far as through education or whatever, then why even bother?
Yeah, but you don't need your family to get an education though. You don't need money. You could focus on education to further your education. It don't gotta be about athletics because then if we grow up thinking that all we can do to make it is athletics,
you put it in the box.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You limit yourself. So then, in the event that them athletics don't pan out, then you fucked.
But it's easier. That's what I mean by it's the road we choose. Though it's easier in the inner city to try to take the athletic road to further your education or financial success, whatever, as opposed to education.
You just said the key word. It's easier.
Right.
It's easier to. I'll say this: it's easier to follow the path that everybody else is doing.
Right.
To stand out and be that short thumb is hard to do. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody, like my bitch said before, to live an outstanding life, you got to be willing to stand out. A lot of people don't want to do that because they don't want to be the outcast. They don't want to be not with the in crowd. You know what I'm saying? So if you can imagine, like, shit, when we was in school, everybody wanted to be the guy. You know what I'm saying? Whether you was an athlete or you was the best dressed nigga, like some point you gotta be some type of way. You gotta be the guy. So versus that, and then you can think, okay, like out of all them guys, a couple of us made it. You know, maybe a handful, if that, 2 or 3 players made it to the league or whatever. But this dude is the one that's behind Microsoft making billions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The one that was low key and ain't nobody pay attention to.
Yeah, but that's just not glorified. Athletics is glorified.
Well,
is that not fair?
Well, it's fair, and it sounds great, but those are not the facts. Before Kobe was charged, he received a high level of coverage before he was charged with anything. More recently, with the Michael Vick situation and his dealings with the dogs, yes, he made very stupid decisions in terms of what he did, but the media coverage was outlandish. You want to go Ray Lewis back in 2000, the same thing. He was accused of a double murder. Look at the level of media coverage that he received and the persistent nature of it. So now you have a situation where you have a marquee white athlete in the NFL who plays the glamour position of quarterback in the NFL, and he is getting a pass.
The media really runs the fucking world. You know what I'm saying? Pertaining to the, like, for example, you have a cat like your man's Kobe. Okay. You know, Kobe, you know, I don't fuck with Kobe like that, but Kobe, he get accused of rape, man. He on every channel. He got to record, like, they scrutinize his man. Right. Ben Roethlisberger, they suspended him for 4 games, sweep that shit under the rug. You know, you got a cat like Richard Sherman. This man is a, you know what I'm saying, he got an MBA from Stanford. Stanford, yeah. 3.9 GPA. Right? He talk a little shit in football, now you're a thug. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the media, man, they build black athletes up so much and celebrate them, and that's what affects the black youth. But then, at the same time, they tear them down. Look at Maurice Barrett. Yeah. Tore that man down. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many instances to where the media is like the uprising and the downfall. Yeah. You know, so
it's pros and cons to it. That's true. I was just thinking about Indianapolis owner, how if you would have put any black, typical, average, whatever black man in that situation where you get caught by the police, with all those drugs and money, and you get knocked down from a felony to a misdemeanor and you out days later,
that's real. Like,
that'll never happen to an African American or whatever. But since he's a popular white man with money in America,
they get it off. I mean, look at Mike Vick with the dogs. You got a cat like
the worst situation was Mexico.
You ain't even let me get this man shot himself. He gets it. But then you got a cat like Riley Cooper. You know what I'm saying? He calling black people niggas that get swept under the rug. You know, he got a promotion
because
he the man now, right? Like, nigga, they cut the nigga off the team. They called, once again, Deshaun Jackson, the man on the team. The media call him a gangbanger. He a crip or some shit.
Exactly.
Now he get released.
Yeah, he was most production on your team that season.
All right. So I think the media, man, it destroys the black athlete so much, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get so much
but here's the thing, dog. And like I'm pro black as fuck. Like pro black as hell. But like I get in so no, I'm just saying, like, I'm for the people, like 100%. But I feel like sometimes we give them too much fuel to go with, though. Because you can't say, like, it's like we talking about, like, the black athlete, like, you got a guy like Josh Gordon who really, like, honestly, in my opinion, could be in the next 2-3 years the best receiver in the league. And like he balled out last year. Yeah. Calvin Johnson numbers with a terrible about 3-4 quarterbacks.
Yeah, he did.
And he killed like last season, and you already 2 times on a watch list. And even though it's the summertime and you know what I'm saying, whatever, I don't know the ins and outs of really what happened. But the simple fact that you jeopardizing your career for a whole season to smoke, and it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? We don't hear that same situation about these white players.
But you hear about steroids from these white players, though.
Steroids from everybody, though.
Nigga.
I mean, they might do
you hear about weed with black athletes, dog. Like Stephen A. said, he say there's so many cases to where it's a black athlete giving up. You know, they fuck up their contract or they get suspended or their endorsement because of bud. But how many times you hear about a white athlete getting caught dirty for some steroids, and it's like it's the talk of the town for that day, and then after that it's nothing.
So let me ask you this: baseball. Let's talk.
You know, for black athletes to get scrutinized the way they do, it just don't really make sense though, because if you think about, 2 of the 4 major sports, nigga, we run it. Right. We run football. Like I was watching the First Take the other day, and Skip Bayless said it's no white-born American basketball player that's a star in the NBA right now.
Kevin Love.
Okay, well, you get my point though. You know what I'm saying? Like the league is really
70% black,
and all the stars. I mean, you got a few foreign, you got Kevin Love, but it's all black faces. So how is it that in the league, much like the NFL, with the exception of the quarterback position and a left tackle or some shit, like the best safeties, the best corners, the best linebackers, the best D linemen. Name a white running back.
A white running back.
A white good, not Toby Gerhardt.
I was about to say Danny.
Okay, I'm just saying though. Like the league.
I get your point.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like it's overrun, and we run the league, basketball and football. So how are we so heavily penalized? Why are we so screwed? We the one bringing it on.
But see, that's the problem, because these we talking about black athletes, right? And we talking about like the aspect of they're successful, where they come from, they got money now. But at the same time, we y'all just talking about with Deshaun Jackson, okay, he's successful, he's got money now, he's a Pro Bowler receiver, but he still got ties to his society and where he come from. So
everybody got ties.
But I'm not saying that's right. I'm just telling you why that shit exists.
I'm just saying though, you think Brett Favre probably ain't got no racist kids?
No, but I'm saying,
he's from Mississippi.
He got his boys.
That's what I'm saying.
But you have to be smart enough.
But here's what I'm saying.
With that type of attention on
here's
you,
what I'm saying.
I'm saying,
but no, you can't.
I'm saying, bro, that attention, dog, that Deshaun Jackson shit, like I've never heard nothing about that before today. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not before today, but before recently when he got traded. So it's like, once again, this is our league, man. Like, even we're starting to take over the quarterback position.
Yeah. But here's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dog, this is our league. We bring in the revenue. Why are we so screwed? Why are we overly penalized?
Because at the end of the day, this is what we do, but it's still not our league. Look at the owners.
That's real.
Let's look at the owners. Let's cut to the chase. This is what we do for entertainment. We entertain people. We make money for people and all that, but we don't own this shit.
New day and age.
Period.
Still the plantation. We still
feel
100%.
Let's be honest.
So
that's why I said
that's real.
This is not our league. We can talk about, we the players, we the players, all this and that. But at the end of the day, they need us. We need them.
We don't. No. See, that's when we don't need them, bro.
We don't need them as far as we can go there. We
need black athletes.
So why don't we take it back to the how it used to be?
That's my argument. That's my. So
if we're not disciplined, we need them, and they need us.
You missing the point. The point is, like you just said, though, if the players walk away from the league, they make no money. Hear me out, bro. If you take Russell Westbrook and LeBron and D-Wade and Kobe and all these Damian Lillard, all these black stars from the league, then where all the jersey studs will go to? Kevin Love? Dirk?
No, but I'm not saying that's 100% right.
So
I'm with you.
We don't need them same cats to go overseas and play war. And now the NBA is losing revenue.
But what I'm saying,
them same cats in the NFL, they gonna take a pay cut. They can go to CFL and play ball.
Here's what I'm saying. All that's, I'm not saying that we need them, like we need them, but at the same time, you talking about changing a whole court. You trying to change the whole thing. Like that, we can do that. Let's do it. I'm all for it. Let's do it. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with going back to the ABA. I'm cool with going back to the ABA. You know why they don't want to do it? It's because they're comfortable in the lifestyle that they have right now.
It's because we're lazy. That's why.
It don't matter. That's comfortable, lazy, whatever you want to call it. They're comfortable in the lifestyle that they have right now. So to go back to the ABA.
So it's our fault.
No, I'm not saying that.
I'm asking.
That's pretty much.
Okay, so
that's what it sounds like. That's what it is. That's what it sounds like.
I mean, whatever you want to say.
I'm saying
because
if we want,
so let me say, like LeBron, he and Kobe and all these Wade and KD and all these guys, they got enough money that they really can start their own league, right?
Right.
Like enough. I mean, I don't know how much it takes to start a league,
but
but they can do that,
right.
right? So if that's the case, we can't speak for them, but why don't they do that? Because at the end of the day, because you can say, let's be honest, let's cut through the shit, man. Okay, so when LeBron left Cleveland, you know what I'm saying? He caught a lot of shit, right?
And you hear what the owner had to say about it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, dog, this shit here. When you say there's really not our league, I get where you coming from, but the reality is, though, like nigga, Chrysler couldn't produce shit without his line workers. Nigga, walk. You hear about my man at the Northwestern, the football team. Like nigga, they suing the NCAA. Right. You look at some shit like I was watching the Fab Five documentary, bro, and Ms. Alvin said that him and Chris Webber was walking up the street in Ann Arbor, and Chris Webber walked and looked at his jersey hanging up in the store, and I think the jersey was like $85. Yeah. And he told Ms. Alvin, he said, man, they selling my jersey with my number on it for $85. I don't even have $10 in my pocket to buy a pizza. Like, dog, and the man walked. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to go. Like, y'all, we get exploited so much and they make so much money off. Dog, Bill Maher said it best. Dog. He said the NCAA tournament reminds me of the U.S. Making money off the labor of black people. Like, it's real shit. You know, like all this
allow them
to
do it.
Exactly, and he just said it. And you know what's crazy even further
We do.
What's crazy even further than that, we allow them to do it, but because we feel like we got a piece of the pie, we cool.
Content.
We cool. So at the end of the day, that's all this shit is about.
So we're
able to find, like, I mean, think about it. Like, we don't know how much money Malcolm and Martin and Rosa and anybody out of past tense, Maya, she just passed, God rest her soul. Anybody that just passed, we don't know, because they wasn't defined by money. Like nowadays, your voice has to be behind. You have to be backed by money. Like when they had a voice, that was their power. People bought into what they were saying because they believed in them. You know what I'm saying? They believed in what they were standing for and all that. We don't got that. So like when you got a person like Maya Angelou who just passed, and you like, man, like, ain't nobody about to step up to that. Like, you don't got no faith that, you know, it's about to be another young chick that's believing in her, whatever, because we don't, nowadays it's like they tuning out if you don't got no money. So nobody is willing to stand off. Like the players ain't about to say, oh, well, no, like this ain't right, but I'm not about to lose out on my millions that I'm getting, or I'm not about to lose out on, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest, that's what all this shit playing into.
So you're pretty much saying that although that we're the cornerstone of these two leagues, and these leagues can't really operate without us, and we fill the seats and shit, essentially we're selling out. That's what you're saying.
I ain't saying we selling out.
Hold on. Hear me out. You're pretty much saying that. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you if you say that though. That the reason why black athletes don't stand is because they're comfortable and content within the money that they're making, and they feel like they're getting a piece of the pie. Meaning that essentially, the money is more important than their self-respect. So they can sell it out.
So when you look at your surroundings,
is that right?
When you think about
Black Wall Street and all that, it's been a long time coming where we were stripped from our heritage, our culture, our unity, and since those days, we refuse to pool our resources together and create our own way instead of accepting these crumbs that the white man.
And that's the whole.
That's real shit.
Background. But what does he do for the black people? Doesn't do anything. You call up and
he's opened a lot of businesses in inner city neighborhoods.
The Jewish people have a company, and it's for people who want to borrow money and no interest. They want to give them a fishing pole. We want to help people. If they don't have the money, we'll loan it to you. You don't have interest, one day you'll pay us back. So I'm just telling you, he does nothing. It's all talk.
So are you saying that African Americans don't contribute to African American communities as much as Jewish people?
There's no African American. Never mind.
I feel like the solution for African Americans getting out of the doggone hell we're in America is unity. I feel like until we come together, pool our resources, be it financial, what have you, and develop a thinking that we don't need anybody else's to help us out or what have you, until we get back to that, we'll still be in the same hole we're in.
I'm a piggyback that though. You know, people, they follow quote unquote leaders. They follow people who have a name. So, and this is kind of go back to that cookies thing. You said that, you know, we're not going to get out of this hole we're in, this issue we have unless we pull together. That was the prime time
To do it.
to start some type of black revolution or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about a team full of black people who clearly has a slave owner, you know what I'm saying, like a slave master owner, like that. That right there is the ideal
historic moment to do it.
Yeah, but
and the perfect stage to do it.
Oh, it should have happened, dog.
But think about it. How soon do we forget? How are we talking? Are we talking about this no more? No. Is this? Is
No. It's the whole fear factor. We're so worried about losing the time that we have.
Exactly. We're not talking about it no more because there was nothing done of relevance. See, like there was no stand. There was nothing. Like these niggas went to half court and took off their jerseys. What the fuck is that?
Nothing.
Like niggas still when you hoop. It's
the
a
sad part is this is what should make you understand America in this day and age.
Because they thought that was something.
This man,
Muhammad Ali went to jail, nigga, so he ain't go to the war. Nigga, where Jim Brown?
I want y'all to know about this. This man,
Jim Brown to set this motherfucker off, nigga. God damn it. Shit. Me and Jim Brown.
It's a different, but this
he showed his hand. In this day and age, he showed you he still had a mentality like this was 100 years ago, right? What's his punishment? What's his slap in the hand where he get? He's about to come off richer in America for doing wrong.
Right.
That lets you know
that we ain't
where
shit.
We at.
We don't mean shit. That's what I mean.
So here's my point. I'm Donald Sterling. You ex-owner. You ex-owner. He ex-owner. And whoever else. Come on, man. They didn't know this shit. They didn't know that he was like that. Y'all telling me that shit?
I hear you on that now, because there was plenty of reports out there with
exactly. So
it shows you who he was.
Because listen, we in the club, we in the circle. Like right now, we in the circle right here. We talking, doing what we doing, but they got enough money where that shit don't matter. Hey, okay, he got billions. All right, well, you got 1 billion. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. He been doing this for 17 years, 20 years, whatever the fuck it is. This is their society. That's their ownership society. Right. They're not about to rat him out like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, but it's 2014. We don't need their money or what have you now. We have enough money ourselves collectively in the United States of America to develop a type of system for ourselves. Just like you talking about the Jews or whatever. The Jews, there's plenty of other minorities that come over here to America and become successful.
What do they get?
What we had.
What do they
don't
give
even
them?
speak the language.
What do they give them?
Listen,
They come over here.
This is the reality. This is the reality of it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for one, we are being exploited. You know what I'm saying? By the league, by the media, by
everything.
Any entertainment. The second thing is, I mean, regardless of who owns the team, these people with these skin tones here, they are the market. They sell the jersey. They got the shoes. They got the endorsement. They are the league. That's the product. Right. So without that product, there's no league. You're not gonna have a team full of white people, foreigners, Canadian, none of that shit. They're not. Hold on, bro. They're not gonna draw that type of market that you need, dog. The reality of it is, dog. We're pawns in the chess game. Where really we should be the kings and the queens. Well, the kings. We say kings.
Yeah.
No queens.
I mean, I don't know. You 100%.
Comparing LeBron's Nike contract with the film Roots. That's right, you heard right.
Yeah, we're about to ask him about it. Joining us live in our studios right now, local journalist Jesus Zaire. Jesus, welcome. It's a good thing you are dressed for battle, my friend, because we have to get into this. I'm going to ask you to give a brief synopsis of this controversial article that you have now published and talked about on your radio show. Listen, as I read it, and again, I'm going to let you talk about it and put it in your own words, you are calling LeBron James, who's done so much for Cleveland, generated so much positive press, a race traitor. I would say it, and I will. How dare you? Go.
Well, basically, I would more so call him a slave, and he's been bought by Nike for $90 million. He can't speak on his own. He can't say what he wants to say. He's controlled mentally, and he can't stand up for what he may believe in, but I don't know if he even knows to believe in it because he's been part of this system.
Wow.